Hey guys, in this series, I'll be showing you how we can bring the aesthetics of one form of media to the game called Mabinogi. For this specific video, we'll be tackling another beloved game I personally enjoy playing called Hunt Showdown. I'm going to start by letting you all know that these two games are very much different. However, I figured that this still might be a fun idea and I would love for you to stay and listen to what I have to say about both. Also, I might as well say this, but none of this is sponsored. But let's talk about Hunt. Hunt Showdown is a first-person shooter game combined with survival elements and has a very unique horror-ish aesthetic. You're set in the swamps of Louisiana during the 1890s, surrounded by monsters and other enemy hunters. The main goal of the game is for you to find a boss in one of the map's many compounds, kill and banish it, take the bounty, and escape from the bayou, all without dying to other hunters and monsters. Everyone's going to be fighting for the bounty, even if you're the one that defeated the boss to get it in the first place. In other words, Hunt has both PvP and PvE aspects. This game, it just doesn't feel like the usual modern first-person shooter game. Personally, I never get into FPS games, yet I still fell in love with this one. You don't have body armor to protect you in Hunt, and the guns don't take 10 million shots to kill another player. Battles are generally set at a good pace because of this. Alongside using guns, you even have more uncommon weapons seen in FPS games like the crossbow, saber, or bomb lance. And hey, if you like Yeehaw Cowboys, then this is the Yeehaw Cowboy game you should be trying. Now let's talk a little bit about Mabinogi. Mabinogi is an MMORPG that is heavily influenced by anime themes. I'm not personally someone who watches anime, but I still love this game. Essentially, this game is about living your own fantasy life. So you can do things like cook, age, adopt pets, own a homestead, and get married. Alongside the stereotypical life stuff, you can do quests, dungeons, and raids, all while not being locked to only using one specific class. For anyone who is unfamiliar with what a class is, it's what normally would be a selection you make of what weapons and skills you'd want to use during the creation of your character. In this game, they're actually just called talents. One of the biggest parts of the game is its highly generous amount of customization, and that's what we'll be working with today. In Hunt Showdown, I have a favorite hunter who happens to be a free tier 1 female that we can see here. This is what I will be trying to recreate in Mabinogi. The first thing I had to do was make sure my character was as unhappy looking as any of the hunters would be, you know, being in the bayou and all. For the face shape, I used the pointy nose face. The eyes are strong-willed eyes, and the mouth is called expressionless mouth. The hairstyle I used is called the intricate braided hair, which is the closest one I could use even if it doesn't come over the shoulder. Mabinogi only recently added a hat I find to be close to the one used on this hunter, and it is called the Moonlight Hunter's Hat. It has a little extra flair, but it's alright. Going down to the outfit used, we have our Zorro outfit. There are quite a couple differences, including the open front on the shirt and shorter length in pants, but it still seems super similar. To make up for the length of the pants, I decided to use a pair of boots that are slightly longer than what is shown on the reference. These are called the Guardian boots. A quick point I should mention is that it's hard to find any boots that don't have even the slightest heel to them, so I tried hard to work with what I could. On the hip, we have what should be a familiar sight to most Hunt players since it's an essential tool. Base first aid kit. To make this, I used a sheathed Vizio's bronze mirror blade. In Mabinogi, the gunslinger talent always uses dual guns. However, that is something you can also use in Hunt. So for the guns, I used the Sun Prophet Colt, which looks like revolvers. They even just so happen to have one of the feather charms added with the Devil's Moon event attached to them. Completing the entire look will be to turn on the setting called Film Style Post Shader, which tones all of the bright colors down to match Hunt's aesthetic. Here is a slow shot of the set. I'll also throw in a couple shots of the character using the guns on some mobs while I send you off. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!